What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a new thing altogether, really. I think I did one of these ages ago, but that was it. An EU4 AI only battle, brand new. Probably seen this mod before, but I'm going to obviously be doing my version of the AI onlys, which, well, not my version, but you know, the way I normally do them in Civ, which is a lot more detailed. I know at the moment the really popular thing is sort of the very quick show of what happened. This is obviously going to be a much longer drawn out thing. As you'll notice, the map is very, very empty. It's because we're using the Thanos snap mod. Now this time I used the no big countries option, which gets rid of all of the biggest countries in the world. Although Sweden looks really scary now. They might just dominate this game. That's just Paradox for you. They know what they're up to. I think they're from Sweden. So there you go. All the big countries are gone. A lot of the small ones are gone too. But yeah, I'm just going to hit play. They all started colonizing, so that's a good start. But yeah, there is plenty of space. There's going to be plenty of exciting regions. Eastern Europe is going to be very interesting. You've got Saxony, Teutonic Order, Moldavia, Serbia, all competing. I imagine Sweden's going to be pretty strong. They look the biggest so far. Iberia, you're going to have Navarra and Granada competing. Britain's completely open. Already East Frisia crossing the sea. Yeah, Serbia's going to look pretty scary. But yeah, let's just have a quick look. Just to start off with, this is the beginning, right? Who is the most developed right now with all these countries living? So the Uzbek are the most developed, then Venice, then Korea, Transoxiana, Sweden's in 5th. So it's pretty open. And I don't know if this list, Venice, this is great powers. It's a little different if you're new to EU4. Some people might be. If you're just, you know, used to watching Civ AI only and you've come over to this one, this list consists of development, that list I just showed you, and obviously technology and institution levels, which is why the Uzbek has fallen off. One good thing about this mod, not many countries, means the game is running at a ridiculous speed. Later on, if we have to adapt it, we will, if it's not going right. There is already a war. How the heck did they pull that one off? Okay, Venice causing Corfu and Naxos. So Venice might kill Serbia very early on. That's pretty scary. Oh wow, if Venice takes all of this, they're going to be huge in the Balkans. That would be a rapid start. People are colonizing very quickly. I think there is a modifier to make that happen. Norway now in the British Isles, as is this Irish miners. All the Irish miners are still here. I wonder if they'll actually do that good. Brittany could do pretty well in France, I imagine. Savoy could definitely do well in the heart of Europe. Same goes for Switzerland. But yeah, I'm super excited to see how this plays out. I kind of wanted to play it, but in the end I've done an AI only on it, because I wanted to bring AI onlys back. But yeah, my next EU4 game will be a Japan Let's Play. That's already been decided. It would have been this if I didn't want to do an AI only, but I do. So here we are. There'll also be a new Civ 6 TSL England game, hopefully starting tomorrow, if that is more your thing. Or if you're interested in both. But yeah, plenty going on very early on. Brittany already, early on we're not going to be able to keep track of all the small nations disappearing. We're just going to see who at the end of this episode has risen to power. Who is it going to be? It's going to be quite exciting. There's the older New World, of course. I think they weren't hit as badly by Thanos' snap. I think it looks a bit bad in North America, but all round, I don't think they were hit as heavily. And I think they might all gain colonists as well, so they might actually fill up North America before the Europeans arrive. I might be wrong. But maybe. All of China's open too, so someone can get that. And India? There's going to be some strong nations in those regions. Crimea, they could potentially pose a threat. Already at 11k troops there. That's quite a bit. But yeah, this is probably the most dense region. Didn't get hit too hard, the HRE. Everywhere around. Does the HRE still exist? Yeah, it does. Oh. We do not want that to form, really. Oh, wow, Savoy going straight in for Spain. That was quick. Bit of Spanish land for them. Pretty interesting. Okay, maybe the colonizing's a bit slower than I thought. East Frisia, how are you doing? Oh, it does show me. They're about to finish. No. 1,000 is needed. But then it says they've nearly built the colony. Oh, I think when that bar fills up, this goes up. Never mind. Okay, it's going to take a little bit longer than I thought. Never mind. There's also going to be a lot of wars, particularly here. That the wars shape it anyway. Venice definitely looks like the strongest in the world right now, though. I mean, it's only been 4 years. Very, very early. Sweden struggling with some rebels. Danish pretender rebels. Denmark's gone. That's brutal. Oh, look at that. Who's Lubeck? That is a tough spawn. But they did grab this island. That's a pretty good one to grab. So at least they did something pretty smart. They don't even need to be nearby, apparently. Like Hamburg just going miles away. Oh, these poor guys. Aachen didn't even get anywhere. Why haven't you gotten anywhere? I don't know why they haven't. Everyone apparently does get colonists, so I don't know why they have not tried to expand yet. Maybe they've sent it to like the New World already. That would be funny. Don't think that's the case. Oh, Siena's already down here in Sicily. This map is going to have a lot of border. Look at Venice. They're already just grabbing up as many islands as they can. They hurt Serbia. I'm sure Serbia will stick around though. I don't think they're done for. Oh, Crimea. Nope, they already had that. I'm getting excited about little things that haven't even changed at all. The Uzbek looking pretty scary. These guys are on the Great Powers list, I noticed as well. Sirhind, however you say that. Probably Sirhind. I mean, no, probably not however I attempt to say it, I should say. That's the better way to think about it. Like, why would you do that, Teutonic Order? I guess it's development based. What was the development in this province? 9. Compared to 3. 6. Okay, that does make a little bit of sense. I'll let you off. That does make sense. Fair enough. Oh, look at the border gore. It's going to be so gross for a little while. It's all good. But yeah, we're going to have some new powers rise up. I wonder if the other countries could form. Like, will a France just break free when someone messes up? Or will a Spain show up? Oh, the green Leinster grabbing this island. Didn't see that one coming. I assume they're all racist. See, I don't think they're all grabbing provinces. That kind of sucks. I don't know if the colonists aren't all working. Like, why would these guys not have grabbed this province? Like, that doesn't really make sense to me. Yeah, it doesn't look like they got it. Oh, Norway got. Oh no, they always have Iceland. Never mind. just like things that aren't even happening. I'm just getting hooked on them right now. Like, oh yes, it's happened, but no, that's just not happened, George. What are you doing? What are you doing? So this is interesting. It's a bit slow, not slow, but it started really fast and then it slowed down a little bit. I mean, we can have a look at what wars are going on. That is a huge one in Japan. Don't worry. They're all tiny. It's not like someone's getting absolutely crushed. Well, someone's getting crushed, but it's not like lots of big countries attacking them. There's a war in Africa, and then there's a war in northern India, which is kind of important because these guys were off to a good start already. They'll be grabbing some more provinces. Let's just see some of who's allied to who. So Sweden allied to Norway, Mecklenburg-Verdun. Venice allied to the Knights, and Provence and already have. Oh no, they always have Naxos and Corfu. That's pretty good. Savoy has Ravensburg and Florence with Montserrat as a vassal. That's already such a good vassal to have. If they can annex these two provinces, that'd be a nice start. Switzerland have Ulm. Well, they're going to win, aren't they? And Liège. Brittany has, I keep thinking that's France, but that is Vermont in Ireland and the Papal State. Navarra grabbing their third province as they continue to expand. They could be quite a powerful nation here. I assume Granada will continue. Yep, there we go. They just grabbed that province now. So we start to see everyone go for their second sort of colonial venture, which means the map's going to change a little bit again. Yep, Desmond moving into the UK. Didn't see the Lithuanian Order, what they did. Might have missed that one. But Athens grabbing Constantinople. That must be 23 development. That is going to put them straight in at like number 1 for development, I imagine. If they can hold on to that. Big question mark there. Can they hold on to it? This list has changed so much. Ashikaga is in Japan, I believe. They're already up to number 1. That's not even these red guys. They can't be in Japan. Who the heck are they? Who are these people? Maybe they are in Japan. But they're not even in like the top 5 biggest of the nations. Oh no, do you know what it is? These guys own all of them. That's why. My bad. Maybe that was obvious. But yeah, they own all of them. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Ignore my mistake. Brittany grabbing a bit more of the coast towards Navarra. Hopefully they will go for the idea group that gives them more colonists. I'd just love to see the map fill up really, really quickly. That'd be pretty awesome. Oh, Perm versus Kazan. That could be interesting. I feel like they're probably pretty equally matched though. But Rostov is there to help. Although I'm not really sure how this works. Okay, so they can walk through the empty land. Okay, I wasn't really sure. You don't need an explorer. I guess it's because they're close by. Maybe if it's further away you need the explorer. The knights will be grabbing lands in Turkey. That's pretty good. See, that's something they don't normally get to do. And who is this? Naxos is grabbing some parts of the Nile Delta. That's kind of cool with no Mamluks around. That will be very exciting. I will try and keep an eye on the rest of the world, but obviously Europe is just naturally where I'll be looking. Champa grabbing some stuff, maybe Korea. Korea's someone to watch. Obviously Mongolia. That would be kind of cool if Mongolia could take over the world. Independence is being... Oh, they're not independent. They're a vassal of... Oh, these guys. Okay. But the Uzbeks supporting them, so I assume they'll get it. That's kind of a... That's a dodgy move. The Uzbek wants Mongolia to get free so that they could take over Oirar by themselves, and then they take over Mongolia by themselves. That's a bit snaky, but we'll leave them be. Who's this? Is this Florence? Yes, Florence grabbing Barcelona. Some of those high development provinces going. I assume they're high development. Yeah, 14's pretty good. London was very early to go to East Frisia. That's 20 development. So for a little small one province minor with 7 development in the Netherlands, that's actually a really big pickup. And they've also managed, well, they got Essex, which 14 development. I nearly said 2, which is about right, but no, it's 14. Sorry, couldn't resist. But that's a pretty good start for them. East Frisia moving away, and they're going to have an advantage in the UK pretty much. I mean, Norway might also be pretty strong out here, but apart from Norway, the Irish miners will be fighting over the rest of it. So East Frisia may have a very good start on their hands, and Brittany could definitely show up in Cornwall. That'd be interesting. Don't know really what Provence have done. They don't seem to be colonised. They seem to be going a lot slower than everyone else, because I assume they started with 2 provinces, so maybe they lost one in a war. Neva's slowly expanding. There's Paris? Paris is not gone yet. What? 23 development right there. Why would you let that go? I don't know where these guys' capital is, but they've definitely made some progress though. It's quite... Wow, Venice already with the East Adriatic region. That's pretty scary. And they are now once again the leading great power. They've just sort of pipped the Japanese nation for now. But it's mostly Asian nations on this list. I mean, only Europeans are Venice and the Papal State, and Transoxiana is sort of in the middle. But I think they are Asian, really. Yeah, they are. They're over here. There's the Sirhind in India. The Ayutthaya, or however you say that, is here. And then Korea and Japan were the other 2. Right? Do we miss it? Oh, Majapahit. I don't know where that is. And that might be in... Oh, that's these guys in sort of Indonesia. So, wow. Not a great start for the Europeans, obviously. I'm sure that will change. It is genuinely more developed. Got Serbia grabbing a bit more land to make up for what they lost. Athens is definitely going to be a very developed area. Obviously, they'll have to hold it onto it from Venice. But yeah, getting Constantinople, that's going to be pretty useful. If they can unite this area, it's going to be pretty cool. The Papal States, oh, they just grabbed this. So that's a good move down south. Allied to Brittany, Genoa, Mantua. Interesting. But yeah, that could be interesting. How did the Papal State play this? How does everyone play it? It's quite big decisions being made. Savoy grabbing some land. Another province down here for the Papal State. That's pretty common. They normally go for this in the base game. So that makes sense, really. Who's these orange guys? I like the colour. Just grabbing the islands. That's a pretty interesting move. Sweden, I assume, is grabbing stuff towards Finland. Don't know why they wouldn't have gone for this. They've left Lubeck to get a little bit of Denmark. Hamburg's grabbing the northern parts. Saxe-Lauenburg, they caused me so many issues in my Sweden game. Just because they had some dumb alliances for the whole game. Just ruined all my fun. These guys don't seem to be doing much. Karaman, oh, maybe they're grabbing this way. I think they might still be slower. I might be wrong. But I do think the Europeans colonise faster. Possibly. I wonder how quick it would take for Japan to form. But there seems to be a... Oh, these guys are taking over. Date is a daimyo of Ashikaga. I think they're all daimyos though, aren't they? And they're all... I don't know what daimyo is, but... who knows? how's North America looking? So, yeah, this has changed. These guys definitely do get colonists, which is quite exciting. Okay, that's cool. That's what I wanted to check. They do seem to be expanding, some of them. I mean, these guys, yeah, no, I think they all are. They've all grabbed a province. The main way to tell is some of them, yeah, they're all looking bigger, but some of them have got some funky borders like that. It's just a bit random. No, and yeah, there we go. That is a colonist, so we can see it with our eyes. We'll see who comes out on top in this region. Some of them are... Oh no, the Shoni are using them. Maybe some provinces are just so small I'm not noticing. And it's me being harsh. East Frisia is looking pretty good. Obviously... Oh yeah, you can pick a winner. I don't mind what region you pick. Obviously EU4 is sometimes not as fun to pick that because there's more obvious nations that would win in the base game. But this has completely flipped that on its head. So you're free to pick whoever you want. I'll be doing it too. You can wait till the end of episode 1. That's what I do. I do it at the end. Normally I forget and do it at the start of episode 2 anyway. But we'll see. There's some eyes. There's some countries I've got eyes on now. Obviously, it's a 400-year sort of game. I don't expect everyone who's on top now to remain that way. But you've got to use that as the evidence to make your choice. So it's a difficult one. We'll see where everyone's at towards the end. Just because I like what East Frisia is doing. I want to get one right eventually. Maybe not going to pick East Frisia. Provence really struggling to grow compared to some people. Poor guys. Brittany grabbed this province. That looked very nice out on the west coast of France. Still more going on. Friesland has arrived in Lincolnshire. Very nice. There's one province left in Ireland. What happened to the other one? I swear there was... I swear this one was under... Maybe... Oh, I think... What? No, I don't know. I thought there was another one. Maybe not. We'll see. We will see. Norwegian lowlands. That's all they're going to call it, Scotland. Just the lowlands. Nothing better than that. Because there's some of them... Okay, some of them that I'm not giving much credit to and saying they aren't doing anything. I think they're just going for very small provinces. Because I was about to moan at the Teutonic Order. They're in a really good spot, actually. And then they just go and grab that province. I assume it's the most developed. 6. Nope, there's a 13 there. But who cares? They care about border gore. That's what it is. It's obvious. They just don't want us to live in a gory world. I think Kazan won that big war with Perm. It looks like they did anyway. There is so much going on. It's like, whoa, these guys really consolidated quickly. Wrapped up all this stuff over in Thailand, and that's represented with them being in 3rd place at the moment. Kazan's moved onto the list now. And the Papal State in Savoy. So it's changing very quickly. But yeah, the Papal State are looking quite good. Obviously, the problem is their next event, the 3 Europeans on the list are right next to each other. So I don't think that can last for too long. I have a feeling someone like Granada is going to come out of Spain really strong. And they just grabbed that province. So, yep, there we go. They're going to move on for number 4. We saw that out of Navarra as well. Savoy going for a second in Iberia. That could be a bit of a spanner in the works for some of them. Oh, look at East Frisia. I love this. They're going for Sussex as well. That's pretty cool. If they can just keep on doing that. I mean, they don't even need to survive in Europe. Like, if they lose this, it's not... I mean, obviously it sucks, but... 7 development. Just become the New England. That's what I thought happened when I first saw... Oh, Tyrone. That was a smart move. Cut the rest of them off from Ireland. Pretty smart. Desmond's here as well. It's probably between Tyrone and Desmond to control Ireland. Just thinking. That's what I'm thinking anyway. The Knights grabbing a little bit more. Genoa's here. I mean, we're used to Genoa just painting the map yellow. So, it's not a surprise. Caraman continuing to dig down this way. Interesting choices. Who's going to take the role of the Ottomans? That is one of the big sets of boots to fill in this game. It looks like it's going to be Karaman, but look at Athens starting to grow. I mean, that was such a smart move, getting Constantinople as early as possible. That was so smart. Huge respect. And Crimea's grown a bit too. Maybe they will be the Russia. Maybe. I'm expecting a really big Teutonic Order at this point. I just have a feeling for them. Or the Lithuanian order. I don't mind. I think they're too close to Sweden, though. Ooh. Oh, that sucks, Hamburg. You're probably going to lose that. That's pretty good for Verden, though. It's yellow, guys. If they took everything, which I don't know, maybe they could, they would basically be Denmark. That'd be kind of awesome. Offaly has managed to sort of move their name tag away from Ireland and into the Scottish Islands. That's pretty cool as well. See if they can cling on to that. Oh no, Norway is just not stopping. They want Scotland. That's quite an interesting. Oh, and these Verden's going for Britain as well. Everyone's seeing the value of Britain. Friesland going for more of it as well. Oh, there we go. I think it's not even Tyrone, so Tyrone will probably win just because Desmond died. Brittany did grab this province, which is very satisfying for the borders. There we go. So they're on a good path right now to potentially make a France-esque sort of nation. There's Brabant. They're a bit of a meme in the last series. Hopefully they can have a good game here. This is like the best chance any of them are going to have a really good game. So hopefully they can pull it off. Ravensburg looking quite chunky in there. Few wars going on within HRE. While they're still really small, it's kind of hard to keep track of all the wars, so you probably won't even attempt it. We'll just notice that some of them have grown really quickly. Baluchistan looking pretty big. Should we have another look at the Great Powers just to see how much it's changed? I mean, we've seen all of these on there, but a few of them have dropped off and on again. Korea's still on there. Japan hasn't formed yet. That'd be cool to see when they do. And China, for the most part, is being left pretty untouched. I don't know who this is. Manila, which I assume is someone from the Philippines. Yes, because Manila. Manguindino. You know, until my last series, I'd never seen them before, and now they've played a big role twice in a row. They're these guys. And someone also managed to grab the province, I think, Macau, which went to Butuan. They're a very light blue. I don't know if they were... Maybe they spawned there. I don't see them anywhere else. Or maybe they just died. I don't know. But they do have Macau, which is kind of cool. I don't know if Hong Kong has been taken. I don't really know where it is, to be honest. Not an expert on my Chinese geography. I don't really see it anywhere. Oh, there. No, no, that's probably a bit too south, isn't it? Lei Chao. Isn't Hong Kong like... It might be this province. I don't know, in reality. Or one that's nearby. I don't really know. Because I feel like this is too north. Yeah, I don't know. It could be anywhere. I don't even know who to pick. This is going to be one of the most difficult choices. I think this is just like a lucky dip, isn't it? 'Cause some of these nations might completely die by the end anyway. So it's not like there's a smart way to select. Like there is sometimes in Civ, you can be quite tactical with it. Nevers grabbing more provinces, as is Provence. They grabbed the fourth one here. Still Paris goes unoccupied, despite 23 development. I imagine it will go to Nevers. Should be a nice little grab for them. Savoy taking a little chunk here into Lyonnais. That's another 20 development province. Friesland's in a war. Brabant looking pretty good actually. I like this. Not on the list, but I do like that. Lüneburg's grown a bit. Who are these guys again? Lubeck has held on to a lot of stuff so far, and they're actually fighting a good war against Mecklenburg right now, who's grown a fair amount. This is so interesting. Love where this is heading. Oh, Venice is just grabbing all the islands. That's got to suck for everyone else. Pretty smart play. I mean, it's a good time to do it because they are pretty strong at home. I don't have to worry too much about being attacked yet. The Papal State will soon probably be able to challenge them if they carry up this success. Granada is still doing okay. Be interesting. I want to see who wins in Iberia. That'll be so interesting. I feel like it's a two-horse race, but saying that, I mean Savoy could easily win it as well. And they seem to be interested in it, so let's not rule them out of it unfairly. Oh, let's watch this peace deal. If they take all of this, it's going to be a very good start for these guys. Gujarat's starting to emerge though. Can't count them out. I think we've seen them do well before. These guys are growing rapidly. Wow. This is very impressive. They've got 96 war score against these guys as well. That's pretty scary. They're growing very quickly. If they can get hold of all of China, they could definitely become sort of the Ming of this world. That would be kind of awesome to see. If they can get it done. Big ifs in that one, but it would be kind of cool. Vermont survived, and Kildare actually grew a lot out of this. But yeah, whoever it was at the bottom corner that I said it was between them and Tyrone, they died. So I assume Tyrone is in the best spot right now. I'm not really sure. Actually, yeah, is this Tyrone? Tyrone grabbed all these islands off the orange people of Offaly. Oh, and Verden didn't take anything off Hamburg, but they still look very yellow. They look a lot bigger now. Can I zoom out all the way? Sometimes it lets me, sometimes it doesn't. I don't think it wants me to, ideally, but I'm going to anyway. There we go. I'm not going to be picking anyone from North America. I'm not going to pick anyone from South America. Sorry, Africa. I'm tempted by Asia. Like, these guys have made a really promising start, but I think in the long run, there's just so many provinces in Europe still that are so high developed that I can't not go for a European. Venice has now united this coast, which is pretty scary. They're making it very hard not to pick them, Venice. Man. Just looking at this list as much as I can. So the Japanese nation's still leading. The thing is, I don't see them getting much bigger. Like, I don't see them really getting off Japan. Like, they'll have a good chance to take some land out of China, but I just don't see it. I don't see them taking everything. I don't see them really pushing on beyond this. Venice could definitely expand, but I could also see them just collapsing. They're surrounded by so many. These guys could be very interesting, but they're just going to struggle for technology. Savoy, probably the safest option. Sirhind could be very strong in India, but again, the technology thing. The Papal State could do a lot in India, but they're the Papal State. I don't know. I just dislike them for some reason, so we'll skip them. Korea and Transoxiana. I mean, Transoxiana could be interesting, but again, technology is going to be rough. But saying that, they could, if they got huge, like, they would be grabbing this sort of land. Very hard to tell. And also, you just got to back Sweden, don't you? I just feel Sweden could do this pretty convincingly. We'll find, and the Teutonic Order, another nation. They're just grabbing provinces that are nearby, slowly adding. No shame in that at all. It's no rush. You don't need just size. It's not about the size of the province. It's about the value, the development. I mean, I say that they are going for small development provinces as well, so ignore that altogether. There we go. East Frisia finally grab Kent to complete the little corner of southeast Britain. That is so cool that they've gone for that. I mean, they look very outnumbered by someone like Brabant on troops, which is kind of scary, but if they were to be just pushed out to the British Isles, they'd be fine. Who's this green nation? Cologne. Coming out of nowhere. We're just going to notice that a lot from within the HRE. Yep, Lübeck's fallen. Almost. Sau-Lauenburg have gained control of sort of Denmark crossing area. Wow, there's a lot going on. There's big wars in Italy. I think Paris may have just been grabbed. Nope, I think they both went to the side of it. Yep. Provence went to the sort of west. Neva's just wanted to connect their stuff, which kind of does make sense. But there we go, that's interesting. I wonder if someone else will sneak in and grab it. Anything else? I want to just, like, I'm expecting just to click somewhere and see something completely crazy. Athens is slowly forming sort of Greece. I mean, Venice has put them in a little box, made it difficult for them. They're allied to the Knights, who are growing and looking pretty strong as well in Turkey. This could be an interesting alliance. Oh, that's probably the biggest battle so far. Someone just got absolutely wrecked by a 40 stack, although the 40 stack didn't do too well either. I don't know what this war is. It seems pretty big. We should probably take a look at it. Oof, that is pretty big. There's a lot going on, look. Wow, I think it's this one. Genoa, the Papal State, and Mantua v Florence and Savoy, and they're winning pretty heavily. It's an excommunication war, so I don't think any provinces will change hands, but you never know. Maybe if you get separate peace, that is possible. That is quite possible. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. It's time for me to pick who's going to win. Not an easy decision at all. I'm going to refer to that Great Powers list one more time. See, look, Yamana. Who on earth are they? They've just showed up. I think they're also in Japan. It's kind of weird. Yes. Are you not? Are you... Oh, they have. They seem to be independent. So that's confusing. Great. But I'm gonna stick to Europe, and I'm gonna go. Sometimes I do make wacky picks. I need to be careful here. Yeah, I think it's the Teutonic Order. I was going to go Brittany, but no, Teutonic Order have got it for me. I think they can form something really strong out here. That's my pick. Let me know what yours is down in the comments below, and you can get a shout out if you get it right, obviously. That, you know, as expected. But that is it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like on the video. Be sure to leave a comment as well. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.